What's going on, Scoundrels? We're back with another episode of Cuphead, and today we're going to be taking on some of the last bosses in Inkwell 3, and then maybe even taking the fight to King Dice and the Devil. So, let's get into it. I'm looking forward to it. So for the next two, they are plane fights. So, we'll do the regular fights here. For this one, this is where a lot of people have a bunch of difficulty. One of the things is always make sure you've actually gotten the so we go up to the top there to make sure that the beam, so we just broke that. Perfect. You always want to break top, bottom, middle. So, and then get these bombs as they kind of come out of the bottom. This is a fight that gave me tremendous difficulty. Now, what you could do is you could use, if you're struggling to get the time requirement on this one, you could use like a basic, like one card special attack once or twice there. But we're just gonna, use this phase can be pretty annoying if you don't know what you're doing. If you do know and you use that super there, you're literally gonna get it in one try. And then this is just kind of similar to Wally Warbles. You're just going to basically go mini, get through those sections, get as many parries as you can, and then we're going to actually use a couple specials here. We want to hear cluck, cluck, cluck. Yep. That means we got kind of all the hits we could on him with that. But because we're going to get him in range to where it's like one or two, if we get a couple, we haven't been getting any parries here, but there's two right there now that I complained about it. We're about to get our fifth, and we don't even get to use it. That's sad. I wanted to hit him with it to finish, but very, very easy Dr. Kahl's robot. Way easier than it was my first time, I'll say that. But we got an A+ the first time too. I just practiced that fight so much that you get used to it. One of the secret shortcuts is right here, so you can go behind. Even if you don't beat the robot, you can kind of go behind and fight him that way. And we'll go down to kind of the last main Inkwell Isle boss that I think. There is a coin right here that you can find if you're trying to get those every single power up. And this is another really hard fight. They made the plane fights very difficult in Inkwell 3, and I'm a fan. I think some of the bosses, like B was strong enough, but Briny Beard and the Wanner, the guy that we just fought, the cat and mouse, they're not as strong as they could have been. So we got two parries there. We're gonna use that ult there because we're about to get another free 4 parries. And for those ghosts, basically go small, go into your miniature mode, and just go up and stay at the middle of the screen before you go into miniature mode. This is, oh yep, I knew I was gonna take damage there. A very hard double attack to stop. It feels like we're on expert, but Cala Maria can be very difficult. So get ready to spam there because you're gonna need it. And honestly, I think using some specials here is warranted because if you're not ready to spam, you're gonna take damage this fight. Those will damage you, so you always want to be in front of them. And you never want to be behind one of these. So we're going to go really far up there. And she's like 1 or 2 seconds from gone. Yep, we're going to do that. It should finish her. Nice first shots. And we actually got an A this time, so that's pretty cool. A little bit better than last. We were on our last health last time. So we'll go over to Sally, and this is a good fight. I still like charge. Pea sugar is terrible here because there's not. I mean, pea sugar is doable, but I like smoke bomb way better. And this is one of those fights where chaser actually is pretty decent. So I wonder what this guy has to say. Always feels like there should have been something back here. So there's one of the only ways you're going to get parries in this game. Ooh. Usually I don't ever get hit by her. Wow. it was doable, but 2 start-offs with that. So that's a really fast attack, but everything else in this phase is pretty free. So you want to run under there on her. That's why the smoke dash is so good. You can get out of that section for free. Now, if you're going for S tier, you may need to delay that section a little bit, or you're going to have to find a third parry in the last section, because the second section and the third section don't have any legal parries. So you're kind of, one of the things you want to keep in mind here, oh, I just took damage, is that you always want to not stand under a window, because the babies will kind of just go out of nowhere. Now the lightning will come, and then here's the big wave. If you don't have smoke dash, you have to use this star to kind of get over it. If you do have smoke dash, you can kind of cheese it. Now we could really just finish her off with an ult here, but I want to show this a little bit. Oh, okay, so now we're not showing this, but you can just basically run back and forth, dashing, and it will finish the fight for you. But we'll finish her right there. There we go. Alright, this is the last Inkwell Isle 3 boss, and basically for this one, we're gonna go roundabout. Strongest weapon in a fight is this roundabout here. It's so good, and the chaser's really good for this one as well. So I know I told you guys a lot of times, you know, chaser's not very good, but in this one it is, and then pea sugar. And we are allowed to use chaser after those because we just finished the run and guns. So I did keep the same utility that I had unlocked for you guys, just to show, you know, kind of what builds I like. You know, obviously if you feel like spending your change on something else, we're gonna shoot that guy there. Parries are frequent here, so we're just gonna get as much damage as we can on this guy. We're gonna set up basically a trap there, so he takes a bunch of damage the second he, now, one of the things is, make sure you're not above the train here, because he will do damage to you if you're above that section. Yep, so, yeah, see, that damage right there was very unnecessary. I'm gonna see if we can kind of cheese this section. Yeah, we hit them both. Now go to the middle here, and basically you always want to be on the opposite side of, you can go on the top here. So now we'll go to the opposite side. But since we killed him so fast, So we'll get that extra. Now, there's not really... We'll switch to Chaser here. And you're going to parry his tail here. I like letting him get a little bit more into the middle. He'll run back and forth to kind of match where you're at. Now, all you have to do is really worry about that that ring that's coming down. The fire's kind of secondary, much easier to dodge. The ring will come down wherever you jump at. So wherever it meets you, it'll come down and hit you. But really, this fight should be an easy finish. The only problem is there's so many parries that it expects you to, get it done much faster. So if you're not using your supers, you're going to be in pretty big trouble here. I always like using Super 1 before the next section, even though you don't get the full damage on it. Oh, man. So we are allowing that just because, yep, so not the best, but oh. We'll go back to the middle here. Just because, yeah, we know he's probably not spawned in the same place twice. But, so, he's going to be a one shot, like he's going to finish here. Now, he still has that active hitbox, so keep that in mind. We'll go to the side. We'll keep that in mind. We'll throw our ult immediately, and we'll hit this guy. Now, if we see him charge up, yep, we need to get to the side immediately. Yep, pretty easy. Phase 3. Now we'll come over here. We'll set up this little trap. Probably not even useful, but we gotta wait for his tail to come on screen. And then just jump over this ring. See, we started that a little bit higher.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, Siri's trying to listen in on me again.
Sorry, there is nothing to repeat.
There we go. Easy train. There's 2 more bosses in the main game. Hey, a little bit better than last time. So there also is a... I wanted to check here, because we're still missing 1 coin. Nope, can't get that. So time to go into Inkwell Hell. And there would be a coin here as well. I'll just cut that and show you guys. So for this, we'd want, I like Charge and Smoke Dash. I guess your other one's really kind of whatever you like the most. Pea Shooter's pretty good. Spread's pretty good. There's certain, no, Spread I hate actually. I'd go Horseshoe second. And there's only regular and expert, so they do increase the difficulty here. If you've been playing on simple, good luck. I think it's kind of a... Oh, so Pea Sugar might have been the move, but for this one, you want to get through these 9 with taking the least amount of damage as possible and get to the finish. It moves however you move this this dice. So see how the 1 is 2 spots away from the 2. We're trying to get a 2, so we're going to jump when it says 1. All right, here we go. So this guy, very easy fight. Basically just whenever he does that, you can smoke dash through him. And he should be only a couple shots away. really the only one you have to worry about are the bottom two there, so... With smoke dash, that is. Oh, but we still got hit. Unbelievable. Now, that's why we kind of take that extra health. One, it lets us practice the harder fights, but two, it allows us to kind of take damage and not worry about it. So now 3 is 2 away from the 2, so we're going to wait till it says 3, and then we're going to jump and hit it. It's free. So we want another 2 because there's a health there. Let's see. So 1 is 2 away from the 2. 2 turns, that is. And we accidentally got the 3, but that's okay. 6 is not that hard of a fight. For this fight, it's kind of good that I didn't get there anyway. Whenever you see that blue Phantom Rider on the bottom, you're going to go small and go right above him. And then the rest of the fight's pretty simple. This is one of the most straightforward fights there is. You can get your free parries if you're having trouble getting, you know, getting your parries on this fight. And then we're just going to end it off with this. He's like, gotta be one shot, yeah. So the time requirement for this fight is 5 minutes. Now, say we had 2 lives and we still thought we could bring it back. You could get this life and say you took another damage. You could go to the start over and come back for the 5th guy, but you'd probably not have enough time. So we want a 2. So we're going to jump on 3. There we go. Forget what 7 is, but as long as it's not the one that I hate. Okay, yeah, this one's free. For this one, I'd use, oh, so literally all you have to do is smoke dash every time she's running by. I just did it too fast that time. And now, for a lot of people, what I would recommend is, you just smoke dash out of this, by the way. For a lot of people, I'd recommend to save your cards for the final phase of the fight. It's definitely the hardest phase out of all of them, except one that will ruin your run, and I believe that's on 9. So we don't want to hit 9 here. If we hit 9, it could end, you know, the run. I don't think I've practiced 9 very much. So we want a 3, which would be, we got to jump on 1. Boom. And then we just need anything over a 1. So we're just going to jump on 1. And we're going to have this charged up this time. So we dash, parry as many times as you can per card. Don't be afraid to use it multiple times. And we get it. This phase is pretty much a big section of it's over. Now, yeah, see how I shot there and I kind of threw a health away because I thought I could do it? Yeah, just save your shot or switch to your horseshoe while you're doing that. He's very low. And we're going to ult here. It'll take us over the rest of the cards. And that's King Dice for you guys. So we did it in 4 minutes. I guess you have to get it done in 4? It used to be 5, I thought, but that's fine. I took a little bit extra time to explain kind of my thought process. So for the devil, we go... That's why we go charge and spread. And we go on regular, and we'll finish off the game. Well, 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 look how far you've come. Not only did you bust up my good-for-nothing lackey, King Dice. Lackey. But I see you've got my soul contracts, as agreed. Hand them over and join my team. And we're not going to do it this time. So, he's very mad we didn't hand him over. But he's going to have to be a little bit more skilled if he wants to be that mad. So here, you're going to jump, and then you're going to extend the jump duration with a dash. This is one of his harder attacks. Oh, I forgot I didn't have pea sugar on. So extend that jump duration. Terrible. We're going to retry. Alright, here we go. Oh. So extend that jump duration. I couldn't survive that attack before. Now, if you have a card, you can also extend it that way. So we're just going to parry one of those off the rip. That jump extended, that extended way to do your jump. Now here, you just got to run to the side, but make sure there's no, you know, minion coming that way, because he will damage you. Okay, this is not a good timing for this. Oh, yeah, usually I don't like to use cards on the first phase, but he's almost done. So make sure you step to the side here, because that does have a hitbox. But that's the hardest phase of the fight. Now here you just switch to your spread, and you make sure that you don't get hit by any of the falling chips, which I think are hilarious. Make sure you always parry those bombs. Now we're on to the second phase. Make sure you're not on rock 4 or 5. And if we start to feel in trouble, we're going to alt here. We got really good, this is an alt timing. This will kill him into the last phase. And, I believe. Yep. So, alright. So now we got to keep track of which side the chip just fell. So it's about to go. Oh, the tier's on the left. So, right. Yeah. I mean, usually you'd have to jump around and then you'd come back to the middle. But we kind of just had such a good timing for that phase that it wasn't really an issue. You can parry those tiers as well, I believe. So we got a B, same as last time. Probably same exact stats as last time. But we'll go through the ending. The brothers had triumphed over the demon, forcing him to finally give up. We shall accept your surrender, devil, Cuphead laughed. But we're not done just yet. And we tear up all the soul contracts, releasing Inkwell Isle's residents from eternal servitude. Gosh, I can't wait to tell everybody. It seems like they all have gambling problems. To set off home at a top speed. Come on. Last one. Wait, come on. Last one, there's a leaky cup. Mugman teased as they ran. Once home, they gather and said everybody that they're free from their debt, Cuphead announced, and that fiend won't bother us again, Mugman added. The TV show adds a lot to the story. I know it's pretty cool. But here's all the enemies we just fought. Real happy at us for, you know, saving them, which is kind of a cool aspect. You see the ghost train guy in the background, like hiding behind the stage. It's cool. Ribby and Croak's on the left there in the front. Some of their attacks. And hip hip hooray for the boys. The end. Or so you thought. That seems like a very ample place to end the episode. Usually I don't skip through the titles, but maybe I'll just do the closing out as we, you know, kind of listen to this stuff. And the music in this game is so good. You know, thanks guys for watching. Maybe this is a longer episode as kind of a finale, or maybe I split it into 2. But I really enjoyed going through this game again, but our journey here is not done yet. Those are all the bosses on regular. We have the S tiers to get on all the main game's bosses. And there's also another full aisle that we'll be taking a look at, Inkwell Isle 4, before we start our S tier run. So, and those bosses will give us access to a new character and a bunch of really cool weapons. So I look forward to showing you guys all of them. But we'll leave it there. We'll let maybe a little bit more of the credits roll, and I'll say thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked the video and you want to see more like it. And there is some more that'll be coming out very soon. If you guys want anything in particular, like a certain type of run, because that might interest you, maybe something I haven't tried before, or a different game recommendation, leave that in the comments. And otherwise from that, I'll skip through these and say thank you. and I'll see you in the next one.